Good evening, everybody. Hope everyone can hear me. Hope everyone's well. What was that? So who have we got in tonight? Hi, Anthony. How are you doing? Happy birthday to Joyce for yesterday. She's my birthday twin. It was also my birthday yesterday, and I got a few bits and pieces when I was away, so I'll go over them in a minute. Hi, Carl. Hi, Brian. Great job last week on doing the live. I think I have a bit to stand up to now because I watched a bit of it while I was waiting on my flight. You've done a fantastic job there, Brian. Hi, Flymo. Joshua, Leslie, hope you're all keeping well. And hi to anybody who's watching this on playback. Thanks for the birthday wishes there, guys. Hi, Mark, how's it going? Really enjoying your videos, Mark, there at Hemmeldown on your layout build, the baseboards and everything. Managed to catch up on a few of them today. Yeah, no, you've done a great job last week, Brian. It was really good. Hi, Jason, Trainfake, how you doing? Good to see you here. So I'm running a little bit behind tonight because obviously I haven't been out here. I only got back yesterday late the day before. So I haven't actually been out here since I'd done my last live stream, which was 2 weeks ago. Hi Finbar, hi Jerry, hi Valerie, how are you? Hope everyone's keeping well. Don't forget to hit that like button for me, guys, and subscribe if you're new here. I'll just get some of the other cameras set up, and then we can have a look to see what I spent my birthday money on. How did the show go at the weekend, Valerie? Were you at it? Of course, I was in South Wales at my brother-in-law's wedding, which was, we had a great time. Spent birthday money on HO? No. No, the wedding was good. It was held on a campsite. It's on they had a load of yurts and a camping field and everything. And along with the campsite, there was an old church on there, which is where they actually held the wedding. It was a lovely, relaxed wedding. It was great fun. We arrived there on the Friday, checked in. You know, it was just such a relaxed, unique wedding. There was none of the seating plans or anything like that. They just had a top table with their parents on it. Everyone sat wherever they want. The meal was pie and mash. You just went out, got your pie and mash, and dessert was an ice cream van. It was just really, really nice. It was just really relaxing. There's no stress, no pomp and ceremony with it. Really, really enjoyed it. Hi Kieran, how you doing? Oh, you like the camera angle, do you? It gives a nice view as they go past, and as well as when there's not there the distance shot. Yeah, that's right, Jerry. It was just such a nice, relaxed weekend because we had the place for the whole weekend. So we had the arrived on the Friday, ceremony and the meal and the speeches and everything were on the Saturday, and then there was open fire pits where we could sit around fire pits. The yurt I was staying in had a hot tub, which is fantastic. Thanks, Charlie. How you doing? The Lima CIE HO orange and brown. What are we talking about? The engine that they did, or the coaches? Because I seen some of the coaches when I was up at the Bangor show, and they were going for 50 or 60 quid, which is a bit excessive if you ask me. Sorry guys, I'm just setting up the final camera here. Down to Enter Studio. Right, there we go. Let's add a few cameras. So don't forget to hit that thumbs up for me, guys. Right, so what, I will use the roaming camera. I'll put that. See how I did this again. Bear with me a minute, guys. There we go. Right, so my purchases from the highlight for me, besides the wedding of course, because that was just fantastic, was stopping in Lord and Butler in Cardiff on the way back to Bristol, and I had a good look in there. I picked up, most of this is second hand, so I got another one of those Lima coaches I'm going to paint up, so that's two of them I've got now. They also had sitting there this chocolate and cream coach, because I've got a few of these already, and I thought, well, that'll just add to the rake. And then I spotted this. This is a Class 108 British Rail Blue Grey DMU. So it's a 3-car set. It's DCC ready. So I've got to get a couple of chips to put in there. And then, seeing my other half as a Bristolian, this is how I got away with buying this. So on this and this one here, I'll be doing an unboxing video on it and fitting the chips to them. So that's something to look forward to, or not look forward, depending. And then I also picked up, using the YouTube money for the layout in the railway, we have one of the dipole signals here, because the idea is of where the layout is being built, we're also putting some signals in there. So there'll be a switch, obviously, that the kids can use to flick the signal to see how they all work. And then I also picked this up, which I ordered and had it delivered. And this is for making oil wicks for Drumbo. So again, I'll be doing a video on this. It's something I've never done before. You can see we got different size wicks in there, copper wire, and then a instruction leaflet. So let me just open that up. It'll be easier if I put the camera down. So we're making all different size wicks. So again, I'll be doing a video on this so you can see how it did or didn't go. Let me just put that camera down a minute. Where shall I plonk it so you can have a look at stuff? I'll put it there a second. Hi March West, how's it going? There was a good bit, Leslie, there was a good few bits and pieces. Not as much as when I was in there previously. No, it shouldn't be too fiddly, Flymo. It's getting the right oil on that. I know Drumbo is static and it's not moving, but all the running gear and everything was done on that. The bearings and everything were replaced years ago. So we want to keep it in tip-top condition. So we're going to put the wicks in, make sure the oil's topped up so the bearings are getting oil. And once a month, what we want to do is just winch her forward. She'll only go forward about 2 meters, but it's just to make sure the oil stays in around the bearings and the grease and everything, and we can keep her in the best of condition. Also have to oil up the coupling rods and everything like that, just to keep them in tip-top shape. So I'm hoping to get up to the RPSI up in Whitehead, you know, to go around with one of the drivers and firemen and see how they oil up a steam engine and look at it a bit more closely, and I'll video it if I can. Just to make sure I'm doing everything right, because I know the theory, but actually doing the practical can be a little bit different. All right, let's put that back on. 4 screens again. There we go. So I'll also be doing a video on the dipole signal when I install that. It won't necessarily be installed in a proper position. The whole idea of that is to have there for children to flick the switch to go, oh, this is a signal, this is how it works. Oh yeah, the large, that trestle bridge, that has just been donated to the centre. It's been sitting here more or less in storage. I have to take it in. The gentleman who donated it to us, he modelled continental railways. So we have that. There's another one already in the museum. I have that one to take in because the if you've seen some of the videos where I've started working on the layout and the pedagogue layout in Wagon 84 at the centre, that's going to be sort of the model railway part of the museum, and it's also going to have the signals underneath the layout so people can see the signals, and that's the idea of having the signal so kids can flick the switches on it. We can try and put a few other buttons on for different things as well, lights, that sort of thing. You know, anything that kids can press, something lights up or something moves, just to keep them entertained. So what's everyone else been up to? One of the nice things about where I stayed at the weekend, there was no phone signal. So as soon as I arrived there Friday afternoon, I didn't get any phone signal till I left on Monday. And we did have a little excursion out on the Sunday, because Saturday was a glorious day, sun was shining, blue skies, perfect day for the wedding. It was really fantastic. Sunday was a bit wet, so we decided, because we were all stuck in the yurt, we thought, right, we'll go out. And I happened to mention, oh, look at this, it's there's a steam railway close by. So we went and had a look at that. It was just, let me see if I pronounce this right, Gilwilly preserved line. It's only about 4 or 5 miles long, but they had a little GWR 060 and about 3, there was 2 corridor coaches and 1 open coach. And we got a few seats on that. We went up and down the line. It was quite nice. Nice scenery as it snaked through the valley. Had a long chat with one of the guards on there. We were comparing notes of his railway and the of course the museum we have in the town and what our plans are. So it was nice to get a little steam. I didn't video it because I had all the family with me, and they were groaning at me if they said I was going to video it, because I said, all right, okay, we'll just go and sit and enjoy it. So that was my sort of early birthday treat. And then when I was in Lord and Butler, I was in there looking around, and then next thing, my missus comes in along with my 6 kids. The guy behind the counter, I didn't know what the hell was going on. He said, she goes, there's somebody in here, where is he? And they marched down, found me at the back, and they all presented me with gift vouchers for Lord and Butler. And then they went out of the shop, so that was a nice surprise. So they were very quickly spent. That's it exactly, Jerry. I'll have to go back another time and video it. I'm hoping to spend a bit of time over the summer, maybe going around some of the preserved lines in the UK, you know, for a couple of weeks and do a couple of videos. So, yeah, I spent all my birthday money, I came away smiling, and then I don't know if anybody knows Lord and Butler. Beside there's a place called the Pump House, and it's full of sort of antique shops and everything. It's the ideal place. You can drop your missus off there while you go to Lord and Butler. So I went in there and had a quick look around, and I picked up an old Thomas the Tank train set for 30 quid. Came with Thomas and a Clarabelle, some naughty trucks, so some track and a transformer. So I didn't think that was too bad a price, as long as it works. So that's still in Bristol because my daughter drove over. She's bringing that back in the car. So I had a very good weekend. Nice couple of days. Absolutely exhausted, because you know, didn't get much sleep. And the yurts were lovely. The one we were in had a bathroom and a sink and everything for cooking, and there were 7 of us in it. But very at the top of the yurt, because it goes up into like a teepee shape, they had a big skylight which didn't have a blind or anything on it, so as soon as 5:30 hit in the morning, the light and the sun was streaming in, so you were awake then. But it was still a great weekend. No, actually the drum shop next to us, my daughter's boyfriend is a musician. He plays guitar and drums. They've got a little band, he plays on the drums as well. So they went there. Well, it was Fond Farm Yurts in South Wales. It's a bit off the beaten track. It's probably about 30 minutes from Carmarthen, and it was a really nice location. And the funny thing is, everybody was being woken up by the sound of sheep and birds singing and everything. I didn't pay any notice of that because I live out in the countryside and I'm used to it. And everyone goes, "Did you hear those sheep?" And I'm like, "No." When's the toy fair, Valerie? I think you did tell me this 2 weeks ago, but that was 2 weeks ago. And tell me when and where it is. If I can make it, I will. Yeah, it's a posh tent. It's a more substantial tent. It's a big circular tent. Right, I shall, because I'll unbox these carriages. Let's move some of this stuff out of the way. I don't think I need to do an unboxing video for some carriages, so. So we'll do the Hornby one first. So this is a BR Mark 1 second class coach. Hornby number R4354. There it is. It's nothing special, it's a typical sort of Hornby. And it has a metal axle, but plastic wheels. Which reminds me, I got a load of wheels from George. He sent me those. So I got a couple of bags of these now. That's from George, Hardcore. I sent him a load of the plastic wheels because he wanted those and wanted rid of the metal wheels, so he swapped them out. Alright, we'll put that on in a second. And we'll just take a look at this Lima coach. So this is a Lima. Not much information on the box. we go. And it's had a bit of running because the wheels are actually quite dirty on it. It's metal wheels. It's blue interior. Right, so we'll put this on behind the 47 that's going around, and we'll put the other one on behind it as well and see how they run. Okay, Valerie, catch you later. So it's June 18th in Cook Presbyterian Church near Unwer Park in Belfast. Free entry. Right. I'm just going to copy and paste that. I'll put it up to show. So if I don't write it down now, I will forget, as I have a head like a sieve. Except I have a lot of useless Donegal Railway facts in my head. Plymouth, I'll have a more detailed look at those wheels in a minute. I'll just put these on. Because those wheels, they arrived in the post. It must have been last week sometime. But of course I was away. Right, that's those coaches on. Let's see how they run. Right, we'll see how they run. Let's move this camera somewhere else, so you're not looking at a... Oh, actually, let's have a look at the wheels first. It looks like a mixture, to be honest. Some fine scale. Yeah, so this will replace some of the plastic wheels I have on some of my coaches and hopefully make them run a little bit better than they do over the double slips. Because what I'm finding is the plastic wheel coaches, they tend to ride up because the plastic flanges are just a little bit too thick. and some of the wheels, the axles tend to warp over time, and you just can't do anything with the back-to-back on them, so they just need to be replaced. But buying sets of wheels is so expensive. Oh, thanks for putting that link up, Flymo. So I got those coaches. As I say, the Class 108 DMU, I'm going to do an unboxing for that, and also do an unboxing for the Bristolian Train Pack. In fact, Becky, my other half, said, well, I should do that because I'm the Bristol girl. So you never know, I might be able to talk her into her actually doing the unboxing. She tends to put on her best BBC voice when she's talking on the camera. You know, she's one of these people who has a phone voice. Yeah, they're not too bad because I got, was it 20 for 15 off the dowel wheels? They're not quite the right size, but to be honest, they work fine, which is what I put on the orange coaches, the ones I painted up. They're dowel wheels on there. I mean, they're only like 1.5 mil difference on what they should be, but if you look at my terrible paint job on them, you don't really notice the wheels. Right, let's see where we can put this camera then. Maybe we'll stick it there. How does that look? Oh, and is it frozen? There, and have a look at the lovely out-of-scale model of Queen Elizabeth Tower. Yeah, I think with the wheels that I got from Dapol, they're meant to be wagon wheels. So they're scale-wise, they're like 1 millimeter off what they should be for modern coach wheels. But they run, they give enough clearance, they go through the double slips, which to be honest, the Pico double slips is mostly where the wheels are riding up, not the points. Because most of the points I use on the main layout, they're express points. So they're slightly longer. But those coaches are making a very satisfying clickety-clack as they go over some of the track gaps. So I need to pick up another decoder because the backbone model, I didn't realize at the time, but it needs 2 decoders, one for the motor and then another one in the end coach for the lights. And I did ask, he said, oh, do they have a decoder in them already? He said no. He said we test them and there's no decoder, so I was like, all right. That is one of those sort of 3D puzzle type things that they sell in Lidl or Lidl, however you want to pronounce it. And my missus bought it and put it together and insisted I have to put it on my layout. no listening to it's not the right scale, didn't seem to matter, but I suppose you can either say it's really close or really far away, depending on it. Because I also have Buckingham Palace. I mean, how Lidl thought they would sell these in a Donegal store, I don't know. They ended up being on special. And I've also got Tower Bridge. All good fun. Yeah, so I'll find somewhere to put them on my layout. Yeah, Carl, I heard something about 112 that it's not doing the rail tour now. All right, Charlie, take care. Catch you next time. Right, I just have to crack up another 7-Up. Well, those coaches have gone around a good few times now. I'm not going to say the dreaded D word because that'll just invite chaos. Now I'll put the boxes away. So I do have a video out tomorrow at 6. It's basically continuing on with the work on the Pedigo layout. It's just the videos I'm doing on the Pedigo layout, they sort of roll into each other, so something I didn't finish on one video goes on to the next one. But the main subject of tomorrow's video is ballasting, some people's favourite subject, some people's most hated subject. I use the two methods, the old-fashioned sprinkle it on, use a brush, tap it, and then my vacuum that I got from Rex Hill, I use that, so you can see the differences. Newland Railway, how you doing, sir? Hope you're keeping well. Yeah, those will be the ones I'll be taking off now and putting the metal wheels on, because they got the plastic wheels, because I think I've got another 2 coaches, teak coaches as well, to go on there that don't run because of the wheels. I'm sure I have 11. I did have 11 because I had a sleeping car, and I don't know where that's gone. I've searched for it everywhere, it's just completely disappeared. So I reckon in one of my house moves I lost it. Yeah, so what have I got on there now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I think I have another 2 coaches that I'm waiting to put wheels on. Tony, how you doing, sir? Hope you're keeping well. So, what has everyone else been up to? Whose video should I watch? So, Mark Hamilton, I caught up with your latest baseboard one today, I think it was. Yeah, so I'm all reinvigorated. I'm going into the museum tomorrow, into the railway centre tomorrow to carry on work on the Pedigo layout. I have the tunnels to build for there, so I'm building a covering because on top of that is a display unit going, so it's going to be half scenic and half not, but you'll see that in future videos. So I'm concentrating on doing the Pedigo layout now to try and get that done, because we're having our official opening of the Drumbo display and project and everything on the 17th of August, I think we've penciled that in for. So we need to work and get all that done and up and running. Then, oh, that's just something else I bought. Because I have the end-to-end layout, which it popped up on my, you know how these things pop up on your, was my Google stories or whatever it was, you know, pictures you took, and this was like a picture of 4 years ago. This is when I started that layout, which means I've been doing it for 4 years. It's the bit with it's got a Magna rail on it, and I've been looking for some plastic sheeting to put over it that doesn't have a join in it. I've seen Luke Towan and the stuff he recommended, but I can't find big enough sheets of that, or on a roll I can only find it sort of A3 sheets, which isn't big enough. It means you'd have a join. So I got myself this roll of plastic, which is wide enough and definitely long enough because there's 10 meters of it. It's what florists use, so I'm going to trial it, see if it mightn't be thick enough, also to see if it can be painted as well. So I'll be doing that. I'll probably be a few months before I get to that. Okay, Brian, thanks again for covering last week, and if you don't know Brian's channel, do check it out. Are you talking about the film I just showed you, Flymo? That's the trouble, the chat could be 30 seconds behind the video. It's just clear film, 50 centimeters wide, 28 meters of it, 30 microns thick. So I'll see how it works. If it doesn't work, I've got another idea of some other stuff I can get that might be a little bit thicker and a bit stiffer. But we'll see how that goes. It's actually getting quite warm out here now. Turn the heater down. Yeah, so that's the plan for the next couple of weeks. I'm working away on the Pedigo layout, as I say. So that's going to be videos on, say, ballasting. The video coming out after that is sort of an update and covering a few things on the wiring and the ballasting that I already done. And then I'll be building the tunnel. I'm just building a wooden structure to go over it, and then it'll be doing the scenics, so building a hillside and a rock face. So one side's going to have hill, the other side's going to have a rock face to give variation. And then I'll be able to see what sort of space I got left over and what other scenics I can do. I'd like to put a little river pond scene in there if I can, but we'll have to wait and see how much space is available and how it all ties in. Also have to do the lighting in there. I'm going to put some low voltage or LED spots in there, and the whole idea is when you walk in to the carriage, it triggers the infrared sensor, which switches on the lights and starts the train running. Oh, I know what you're on about, the Oasis stuff, yeah. No, it's, I was in Hobbycraft. Actually, on the way to the airport, I pulled into the Hobbycraft in Cribs Causeway. Said I just want to run in. I was looking for something else, another form of plastic, and I spoke to one of them, and they said they had this, and I thought, it was only a couple of quid. I thought, I'll take it, I'll try it. If not, it can be used for glazing or something like that, you know. I'll find some other use for it. So take that away, try it, see how it works. Okay, my mic's gone into the red, so hopefully it'll last another 10 minutes. So if I go quiet, to put it in the comments. Yeah, so those carriages seem to be running around quite nicely. So hopefully now next week over the weekend, I'll do the videos on the unboxing of these other two, and you'll see them all running next week. So, because I want to get, 4 or 5 videos in the bag. So if I do go away for a couple of weeks, they'll still come out each week. I did mention this before. If I'm traveling around the UK, if anybody wants to meet up, and if they would like me to come and do my Thursday night live from their layout, you don't have to appear on camera if you don't want to. You can be in the background. It'll just be good to meet up with some of you, and of course, if nobody's up for it, I can always do my live from a station, and we can watch some real trains for an hour. Like monks chanting when you walked in. Oh, God. I'm hoping to come over, I would say touring the UK. I'm only coming over for 2 weeks. I am thinking of the first 2 weeks in July, because my youngest finishes school at the end of June. So for over here in Ireland, my older ones are finished school now, secondary school, they finish the end of May. And primary school or national school, they finish the end of June. So I was just going to come over for 2 weeks. I'm going to get the ferry across from Belfast to Scotland, just have the tent in the boot, and just see where it takes us. There's a couple of things I'd like to see. I've never been to York Museum, so I'd like to make it over to there. So it's just... but it's the thing, we're back in the UK. I'm starting in Scotland and I'm working my way down. I will be going towards Bristol because, after a week or so in the tent, I'll probably be quite stinky and need to get some washing done, so I'll go and visit the in-laws. So if anybody's interested, send me an email or contact me on Messenger on Facebook. Email is donegaldad@gmail.com, or go to Donegaldad on Facebook and send a message. Just let me know whereabouts you are in the UK, and I can see if I can, as long as you don't mind me coming in and setting up the cameras on your layout. And so the other thing is, as long as you've got decent Wi-Fi so I can connect, because I'll have... And if not, I can just use one camera and just do it 4G on my phone. if you have 4G in your area. So yeah, anybody who's interested, drop me a line. Nothing's definite yet, so if some people out there want to showcase their layout, you know, I know some people have layouts, but they don't do YouTube or whatever. But there's some great layouts out there, and it'd be great to show some of them off. Hi Grant, how you doing? That would have a fit. Maybe next year. Okay, Tony. I'm not doing too bad, Grant. I had a weekend away at a wedding and stopped off in Lord and Butler and bought myself some goodies for my birthday, so I'm happy. So I'm going to be doing some unboxing videos on them shortly. So don't forget that like button, guys, and subscribe if you're new here. Of course, if there's any topics out there that you guys want me to cover, anything you're not sure on, put a suggestion in the chats or send me an email. You know, and if I can do a video on it or answer your questions, I will. Oh, you're building yours now, are you, Carl? Model airport with working planes? The camera isn't actually, I just noticed that it's not angled very well. Yeah, I got one of them, Jerry. Don't get it. I mean, it's all I use it for is the vacuum part of it. The actual cleaning bit of it, no. I mean, it's quite handy to send it around the track, and it does vacuum up little bits and pieces off the track. You'd be surprised how much it does pick up, but yeah, so I wouldn't, unless you pick one up cheap somewhere, I wouldn't bother. I still want to get myself one of those, is it CMX or whatever, the real heavy brass ones. You know, because they seem to do quite good, you know, just to go around and clean the rails. But saying that, I mean, apart from the odd occasion, I have a section of track over behind the little hill I have and along the rock wall. For some reason, that section tarnishes, and I don't know why. I mean, it's the same track, it all came out the same box, but that one gets really dirty really quick, and I don't know why, and I have to use the track rubber on that almost once a week. But the rest of the track, to be honest, I don't clean that much. Okay, Tony, catch you next time. That's the great debate that you can stir up about track cleaning. Don't use the track rubber, it's too rough, it's too abrasive, it'll scratch. Your track's got micro scratches on it anyway. I think only once have I taken everything off the layout and given the track a good clean with a rag and IPA. Yeah, I remember that, Leslie. Actually, I look down here on that piece of wood where I write everything. It's actually written down on here, and I remember looking at it. What was today, Anthony? Was today your last day? Or was that yesterday? I did see a post on Facebook. Are you officially retired now, Anthony? I suppose you must have mixed emotions. I know, I am retired, but when you leave a job, there's a certain amount of sadness and relief, a mixture of emotions. Well, Anthony, here's to a long, healthy and happy retirement. Get to do all those things you want to do. You get to spend more time with your grandchild. Hi Tom, how you doing? Hi Rachel, you're back from football then, are you? As I said, Rachel will be coming with me to Worley. I have all the flights and hotel and tickets booked. I'm just hoping now it doesn't get cancelled. I'll be spending a weekend in a hotel in Birmingham Airport. Yeah, so I think apart from the toy fair, which I will try and get up to, I think the next show available in Ireland will be the one in Enniskillen in September, and then of course the Dublin show in October, and then I'll be at Worley in November. There's no word of one being held in Belfast, but from last time I was doing a live, Valerie was saying that the club have problems accessing the premises at the moment, so yeah, I got my tickets, and I think it was only an extra £1 to bring Rachel. I had to pay for a seat on the plane as well, and a twin room. Yeah, I don't want to hex it. I'm really looking forward to it. You know, it's something to look forward to. A weekend away, trains, meet some of you guys, have a laugh, meet up in the bar in the evenings. I might do some videoing while I'm there, but from what last time I was there, Worley was very, very crowded. It would be very hard to do any videoing. I'll leave that to the bigger ones who can get early access to it and do the videos of it the day before or whatever. Right, I'm going to call it a night now, guys, because my tummy's rumbling and I want to go and get something to eat. So thanks for tuning in, everyone. Don't forget to hit the like button on your way out. Subscribe if you're new here. Any questions or anything like that, stick it in the comments. And I will catch up with you next week. Video out tomorrow at 6. It's going to be on ballasting, the normal method, and the using the vacuum tool, so you can see that in action. That's it, guys. So keep on modeling, guys, and I will catch you all next week. Take care, everyone.